Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market, including Bitcoin and some other coins too. So got XRP on there. So I lost the bet with JD that follows me on Twitter. I said 78 was going to be the peak. 76, 78, the pink zone there. You guys know that supply zone up there. And well, it made it to 94. So I lost the bet. He won. And you might have a shot for it to make it to this zone up here, guys. Dollar area, possibly into that zone. I don't think it's going to go much higher than that. All I can say, if you're in this, I hope you're taking profits. All right. I hope you're taking profits. Okay. Once it can go into a long correction again, you know what I'm saying, guys? So that's not going to be a good use of your capital, if you will. So coins, Nakamoto Games, guys. I was looking at this. Nakamoto Games is going to be going into a trend back down, in my opinion. So, like I said, I tell you when I exit. I don't BS you. Other YouTubers, they tell you when to buy, but they don't tell you when you're going to exit. Very, very few of them, if you haven't noticed that. So, I exited up here, 45, 46 cents on Nakamoto Games because the trend is going to be this way for a little while with Nakamoto Games, guys. Okay. Caspa coin is another one. It's doing pretty good. It's going up into the box area, guys. That's going to be an area that I'm probably going to exit on Caspa, guys. Okay, right there, and it's going to go into a retrace. All right. So just have to evaluate it once it gets there. And you know, there's a lot of excitement yesterday, and everybody's like really pumped up about everything that's going on in the markets. Well, it was really, really good news for Solana, Cardano. Cardano had a pretty good pump. So that's what you see this right here. I was expecting at least, because it did a pump over here to here and came back over here, it should be doing a pump up to maybe even 50 cents or something like that on Cardano, guys. Okay. In my opinion, here's Bitcoin Cash. I know a lot of people are like thinking that this is going to be going up. This is going to be a once this is finished out here in July, August timeframe, it's going to go sideways for a while, and this is going to retrace probably back down to about 220 or something like that. You put the moving averages. I don't have them on right now, but I'm going to show you some things for those who follow me on Twitter. I'm going to send a message. You guys remember the message. So end of the video, I'll go over it. All right, guys. So Bitcoin is looking pretty good. I'm still checking out what's going to be going on with Bitcoin here, guys. So a couple options is that it could gravitate back up into the 32K area. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, like that. It looks like it wants to kind of do a grind up like that at the end of the fifth wave, kind of like a grind on the first, third, and a grind on the fifth up to 32, something like that. Now, is it going to do a retrace back down to here? Good question. Good question. Don't know yet, guys. I don't even think this is going to come anymore. I don't think the 28 or 29 is going to hit. You might have that shot. I don't think so, guys. Okay. I don't think that's going to hit. I think the 28, 29K may have gone away now. So the other thing is too, guys, I want to let you know is, you know, on these altcoins, okay, that pump, you want to aggressively take your profits. That's going to be important to do. And I know some of you, like some of them, you're going to take profits on, and maybe they continue to pump a little bit more, you know, and you see it go up. Like Nakamoto Games, you exit at 46 cents, right? Or let's say I exit at 46 cents and then went it back up to 50 cents. It's only 4 cents different, guys. It's not that much of a difference if you think about it in the grand scheme of things, okay? Especially if Nakamoto Games goes back down to, say, 30 cents, right? That's a huge difference. So if you have a $10,000 bag of Nakamoto Games and you exit at 46 cents, to go up to 50 cents, you know, you might get 10,500, 10,800, or maybe 11K. Right. But if it goes back down to 30 cents, now your 10 grand bag goes down to, you know, 5, 6K potentially. Right. Is that right? Yeah. About 50% drop. Right. So that's how you kind of want to think of it. Like, okay, here are my gains. What are my losses? you know, from a logical point of view, which makes sense. Okay. Now, some of these coins too are going to probably continue to pump pretty good. Synthetics is pumping pretty good. You know, I'm not liking the look of these pumps, guys. They're kind of concerning. And you see this right here, you know, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Solana doing a pretty decent pump too. So here's Solana. Okay, you see these you see this move that it did right here. It came back over here, now it's pumping out. Most of the coins that made this move should make this move too, guys. But there's quite a bit of weakness in the cryptocurrency market too, guys. Some of these coins, man, are not performing like I think they should on a pump. You know, here's Veracity coin. Is it going to pump out of there too? So I'm just trying to be a little bit extra cautious on this whole situation that's going on. Okay, guys. So I'm going to go into what I'm talking about on Bitcoin, guys. Okay. So give me a second here and we will go over that. I'll show you some things, what I do. So I use algorithms, and just to, I wanted to kind of explain this on Discord into a private area, but I think right now is probably a pretty important time to discuss that for people who follow the channel, because I want to make sure you guys don't get wrecked. All right. So the deal is that there's a gentleman. First off, I want to say I don't get paid anything. This guy doesn't know who I am. His name's Bob Kendall, guys. He's probably the best trader in the world. He's, you know, kind of like a little bit of a boring guy, if you will, but that's how they should be, you know, because traders need to be very, very logical, maybe, and they're not going to be real animated, if you will, like some people are on YouTube. But the deal is that he has indicators, are the ones I use. He has algorithms. He just did an update. I've been waiting for the updates on his indicators and to check things out, but he has algorithms, and algorithms can be very, very accurate, extremely accurate, more accurate than any person can on any type of trading. As a matter of fact, trading is probably really within the next 5 years to 7 years, maybe even 10 years, is going to go away, and it's good. The algorithms are just going to be running the show. So that's how sophisticated institutional traders are actually trading. They're using algorithms to give them buys and sell signals, and they're buying it, selling it. For the most part on stocks, they're doing it. You know, these are for big, you know, people that have big amounts of money, you know, and they're doing that. You know, they're all using that, guys. If you're just using trend lines and the indicators that Trading View is giving you, for the most part, unless you're really, 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 really sharp, for the most part, you are at a huge disadvantage. Okay. Massive disadvantage against these professional traders. Okay. In the cryptocurrency market with the small cap cryptos, it's not as bad. The professionals are not there yet, for the most part, as I can tell. Maybe in Bitcoin and maybe some in Ethereum, maybe some of the a little bit of the Cardano here and there and things like that. But for the most part, it's pretty clean, and you can do some pretty crazy things with that as far as trading goes and getting things done. But I'm going to show you some things that on here on the indicators I use for this predictive algo interpretation they can use on there. Okay, guys. So let me get that ready, and I'll show you, and we'll go to Bitcoin. Okay. We're going to go to Bitcoin, guys. Okay. And I'll show you how this system works. Now, like I said, guys, I don't get paid by Bob. Bob doesn't even know who I am. In my opinion, he's probably one of the best traders in the world, and stock pickers in the world. That's all I'll just say about that. Okay. So that's all I say about that and he has one of the least amount of views. It's interesting too, how that works. So I'm going to go and turn on my, turn these on and make sure that I have, okay, let's see here. Yeah, I have all the algo things on here. So here's Bitcoin on a daily chart. Okay, this is get a little bit different view. This system on here, okay, is a his updated system with the moving average, predictive on the moving averages right here with Bitcoin, guys. Okay, if you can go buy it. You know, I don't get any type of It's the kendallreport.com. He has indicators. I think it could be on sale for 60 days or something like that. I'm not paid anything from this guy. I use these things. They freaking work. They work. I've tried other systems. Like I said, most of you know me. I did some trade back in the 90s. I was one of these news guys paying attention to freaking news and CPI reports and trying to trade off that. That shit failed almost every single time. I was just like, I walked away like, what is going on? And people think that stuff works in a bull market. Okay. In a bull market, you can make massive mistakes and continue on and keep on going. When stuff goes sideways or it's more bearish or sideways, or is it in a bull market, kind of like what we're in right now a little bit. People don't know if we're in a bull market or not. You can easily lose a lot of money real quick, and it's very, very hard to recover from that. Okay. So as a matter of fact, if you made it through the bear market and you're here in crypto, and for the most part, you haven't lost everything or you've broken even, for the most part, you've done a lot better than most people. You'd be surprised at the stories that I've heard, guys. I mean, it is absolutely insane. I'm talking $500,000 plus accounts going to less than 80K, $360,000 accounts going to like 120, 110. People revenge trading, losing literally everything. And with six-figure accounts, guys, six-figure accounts. So if you're here and you made it through it, then you're probably better. You're probably, I would say, and you're playing around in the market since 2021, going through the bear market, things like that, and you're still playing around and you're here, you're probably, in my opinion, in the top 10 or 15%. So, and now this is predictive thing. It does change a little bit. And you can see this is the, you got the 9, the 21, the 40, and here's the 200 back down here, guys, giving you a deal with it. And the longer the time frame, usually the better. Get what's going on with it. Like I said, these predictive indicators, I just got these yesterday. I've been waiting for them because Bob had them on his station or on his YouTube channel. He was checking them out because he had an update. Just to give you a little history on him, I checked into the guy. You know, he not only is he a trader, he's in software. He was looking for a system that it came back in the 90s. Anyhow, I don't want to go too much detail about that. You can go check it out. Most people don't want to watch it. He's boring. He's not like this flash thing. He's just to the facts, simple, straightforward. This is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Maybe throw in some jokes about Peter Schiff here and there. But other than that, I get a lot of good value out of it. And it's interesting, too, because nobody wants to pay attention to him, even though this is the guy most people should be paying attention to. But that's not how the markets work. Most of the market in your participants in the market are going to pay attention to the shiny objects. OK, those are out there, you know, yelling and screaming and all the noise that's out there. Everything else that's out there, if it's not true, it's just noise. OK, the matter is what's finding is factual, what is true. Everything else is noise. Any good trader will tell you that they don't pay attention to the noise. OK, not the news, not the media. They might check, okay, what news events coming on is going to make it a little bit more volatile, possibly, blah, blah, and they might not trade, for example. That's about it. But any decent trader will tell you they do not focus on the news or the noise. OK, focusing on the news and the noise. And I'll let you know, just through my own experience too, guys, is that my best trading always happens when I never pay attention to anything. It's just me, the computer, the chart, and I look at it and it does this, just like, okay, great. The only time I start getting hiccups is when I go watch something and it's planted into my head. I'm like, I'm making a bad decision. You see how that works? So like I said in the previous video, it's spiritual warfare, guys. It's spiritual warfare in your mind. It's all a mind game and being able to eliminate that noise. Okay. So here's the deal with Bitcoin. And this is not, this is just giving you two on the 18 hours. So different time frames, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hour, 10 hour, 18 hour, or 12 hour, or 1 day, and then going out to a week. Okay. So I'm actually going to contact Bob to see if he can push out Bitcoin to a monthly. It's not out to a monthly. This works on the ES. It works on the NASDAQ, the futures, the Dow Jones, and all that too, guys. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to a weekly chart on Bitcoin. as you can see, the algos on this weekly chart for Bitcoin are predicting what I've been talking about for this bullish move that's going on. Okay, guys, up here, the algo's at 41 with a hit to 43. This is probably going to be a topping pattern, kind of like over here, except on a smaller scale in this area. And then you can see what's going on here. I just, data. So this right here going up. I made videos about this. When Bitcoin gets up to here, guys, so get a little bit different picture on different time frames. Here's a 4-day chart. Looking at this, if you put it on regular, take it off log, I would not be surprised if this is going to be the pattern that Bitcoin is doing right here. So it's 1, 2. Here's your 1, 2. This will probably be your 3, 4, 5 for your third wave right here. This will probably be your 4, and this is going to be your 5. 48, 50, maybe even a spike up to 55K is a potential right there, guys. These moves, this move on this weekly chart, okay, on these algos, when it does this, okay, this updates every week. And that move, that's a substantial move, even though it doesn't look like much. It just looks like, oh, Bitcoin goes from 44 to 40, 42 to 46K. It can be a massive move, okay? So here's on a 4-day chart. As you can see, it's actually predicting a massive retrace. And if you go out to the longer time frames, like a 7-day, or if I go out to a weekly chart, that it is predicting, this algo is predicting that this is going to be going on back down over here, guys. I think I can go out to a 10-day. Oh, that's 10-hour. Excuse me. Let me go to a 10-day. No, not 10-day. There was maybe a 7-day. Let me see here. What was it? 1 week. There was a time frame I could go on where it was a little bit different, and I thought it was a 10-day chart. Maybe not. Let me go to a BLX. Yeah, it's on the BLX. So here it is on the BLX, guys. And like I said, so this one on the BLX, as you can see now, obviously, guys, it is an algorithm. There can be mistakes, but you know what? They're much better than humans. And you'd be surprised what algorithms can do today. There's been a lot of sophistication, but here it is with the algorithm. There's other, when you get Bob Sweets, just to let you know, guys, you get a market grid. Okay, you get a market grid with his indicators. You get all this, all of this stuff. This is all the old and all the new. You get the, there's actually down here in the bottom, I'll show you in the bottom too, what's going on with it, how you can use it for trading. It basically at the end of the day is using a system that you believe in. You could take this and manipulate how you feel comfortable with it. And on a long-term time frame, short-term time frame, and then you can do so many things to eliminate emotion. This is stuff I'm going to be going over in Discord to help people out with their trading, because I don't want you guys to become like, I'm going to turn you guys into, instead of being the fish, you want to be the fisherman, be able to do this on your own. That's basically at the end of the day what it should be about, right? So that's what I want to do with the Discord channel. But you can see here on the BLX on this 10-day that, hey, man, it is predicting that it is probably going to be doing this move, guys. So once this is up, this is going to be bullish. This is actually saying it's going out to May of 24, if you can believe it, May of 24. And right around that time, what's going to be going on? The halving event. The halving event is April, May of 24, right? If I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's somewhere right around there. It could be March or something like that. And that's the whole plan to ape in. And it's interesting to see the algos are saying, maybe we're going to be doing something different on this round, guys. Okay. So like I said, on this move right here, which this doesn't look like much of a move, you take it off regular, guys, that's a pretty substantial move that's still going on. Like I said, I think it's 1, 2, you got 3, 4, 5. And it's the move that I've always wanted to, I don't like to go out in the videos to go out and, hey, say, this is what's going to happen over here. I like to take it one step at a time. Okay. Just let you know that Bitcoin's going up into this trend. So I take it like week to week, day to day, week to week, month to month, and then bi-monthly and quarterly. Where are we at now? What's it look like? The algos could change, and maybe it's going to go out to October of 24, et cetera, blah, blah, and maybe make a change. But as it stands right now, like I said in my videos, once it's being up in here in these areas, guys, it is time to be cautious, just like it probably is in the NASDAQ and the S&P 500, right? So if you bought the bottom on the S&P 500 in the NASDAQ in October, November 22 or December of 22, I mean, if you're in it for longs in all those stocks, Apple, Facebook, right? There's a guy in Australia, man, watched my channel. He came back and he thanked me. I can't remember his name exactly. He was on Facebook. He said, "Hey, thanks, man. I bought Facebook, man. I made like a 2-3x or something like that." But now is the time to be cautious if you're in Facebook and all those other stocks, because they're coming up to tops. Okay. Just like Bitcoin will be coming up to a top. But here's the pattern it looks like it's probably going to be doing. It's a three-way move right here. Okay. And it looks like people's A, B, and this massive C wave move, just like that. It's doing that. And then it looks like right over here is going to have another move just like this. And that's that date. I don't know about all that. That says 28. I mean, that's pretty crazy, guys. But I'll tell you straight up right now, if something like this is going to be happening, man, this is going to be so just beat down into the cryptocurrency market. I'm going through it. I'm looking at it. And to me, it looks like there's going to be a whole revamp of the cryptocurrency market, period. Like after this if it's going to do this, after it's all said and done, the only thing probably be left is Bitcoin. And who knows if Ethereum is going to be around? I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe Ethereum and some of these other ones, Cardano, maybe still be around, I think. But it's going to be a whole change. And what this is kind of telling me, in my opinion, is that all the coins from 17 or 18 and the future of crypto is that it's changing so fast. AI is coming, guys. It's going to change the trading world. It's going to change the cryptos. It's going to change social media. It's going to change videos. It's going to change everything. And this is kind of what I'm kind of visualizing, seeing what could be going on. And once this is all said and done, it's going to be a freaking explosive bull market for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, guys, once this is all said and done. Now, if you're with me, this is not the end of the world. I don't see this as a negative. All I see this as an opportunity to ride this up, and you flip and you have a massive opportunity to ride this down. I already know what's going to happen with the crypto and YouTube. My station, my YouTube channel, is that once you go short onto cryptocurrencies, nobody wants to do it. Very few want to do it, man. Only the hardcore, really hardcore people want to do it. But I'm going to plan on doing it, guys. Okay. I was doing it over here. And, I remember going through the times with Phantom, shorting Kusama. What else was there? Even XRP a little bit. And, assets like that. And, the guys that are perma bulls, just don't want to hear it. They don't want to do it. They just don't, it's very difficult to get people to flip in their mind like that, to be able to trade something up and then trade it back down. So, you have two ways of doing that. It takes some mind. I think it actually takes mind development. You have to stay in the markets for a while. It takes a lot of mind development to be able to go both ways. People favor one way or another. I favor the bullish side to it. I think that it's pretty obvious that the S&P 500 from 1800s all the way till now, it was obvious you wanted to be a bull more than a bear. But it just takes some practice. But if you're going to be in crypto for something like possibly that's going to be going on like this, guys, then it could be a really good opportunity. Okay, but I think with this data, this little bit of data information that you have from me right now, looking at this, the top that could be happening in October and maybe even going as late as May. Let's just say February of 24, March of 24, potentially, is very, very good information, because you want to be cautious. You don't want to be these people that are entering, all these people that entered in here to go here to write this back down. You don't want that to happen. Okay. You just don't want that to happen, not only for your finances, but for your mental state. This is mental state stuff. Spiritual warfare, guys, is what's going on. Okay. And when you do exit out at the top and you see this stuff come crashing down and everything, and you're like, wow, it really, you're like, I could have lost a lot of money and I didn't lose it. You know what I'm saying, guys? So anyhow, let me go to a shorter term time frame and I'll let you know what's going on here. Looking at Bitcoin, okay, on the predictive algos here. Okay, so this is what it's predicting on the daily right now, guys. You know, you kind of have to check this out. And I'm on the let me go here. The BLX doesn't go down there. I gotta go back to Bitstamp. We go back to Bitstamp here, guys. Okay, I do think Bitcoin's going to be pushing up a little bit more. It might actually get up to 32K-ish, in my opinion. But, you know, you kind of have to check your different time frames. Algos sometimes give a little bit different picture. But I will show you guys on a daily what you can do here. Okay. Like I said, with the system, you get a market grid, which will give you points. They'll give you sell signals. If you guys are used to stocks, you go over here, you get your RTX sell, your STX buy, S1, S2, S3, all those things on the market grid, guys, which is really, really helpful in my opinion for putting in buy orders or sell orders on if you want to trade it. And using the system is helpful, taking away from the emotions. It works really, really well in my opinion. I like it a lot. Okay, something you get used to, you can play with. You might not like it, you may like it. Okay. Also onto his new indicators, he has a probability. There's a probability of the trend being broken. So you can see right now, it looks like the probability of those two being broken is 23, 22, and 28%. So they got a really high probability that they will be broken. Okay. So right here, 22% that trend will be, this one will be broken, and 28 that will be broken. So there's a good shot, according to this algo, that Bitcoin could come back down to these areas again, potentially. So 52% that's going to hold. Let me go to a different time frame and I'll show you guys a 12-hour chart. Okay, let's see here. So on that algo, it is predicting that it'll be 90%. What is this one? Trend probability right there, right there. Okay. 90%, 66%. Okay, guys. So that's how you look at that. That's pretty cool, I think. All right. And then also too, to back up this, you don't just use that. You use these indicators down here. You guys might have seen them on my channel before. Okay. So here it is on the daily. And these are the ppm 1, ppm 2, 3, and the ppm 200. Okay. For those moving averages up there, guys. I use the 9 to 21 and the 200. Okay. Some people use a 10 to 21 or 9 to 20, etc. But that's what I use. And you can see right here. Okay. You got to use this with the these moving averages up here. So this one is for the 9, this is for the 21, and this is for the 40, and this is for the 200. Okay. And let me see here. What is that one? Do we hear forecast? That is the 21. Yeah, let me see here. What's going on here? I'm all a little bit confused because I just changed them yesterday, guys. So bear with me. I thought that oh, okay, here we go. What is this? 9. Yeah, so this, I didn't update this. I was used to get my colors. There we go. There we go. So we got the 9 to 21. Okay. So here's the deal with it, guys. On this one, here's the 9. It's saying it's going to have a nice push up right here. This is telling you there's going to push up probably a little bit more going into, looks like the 18th or 19th. And you can see this pushing up, and there's a little bit of push up. Now, when you're looking at these on here too, you'll get used to it, but you'll see a move like this or a move like this and a move like this. Those, even though they look small on there, they look really small. Like, oh, I ain't going to go very far. It's just going to boop. These can be substantial moves, guys, like big moves. Okay. Don't think that it's just going to go and move like this amount of candle. You can see from this day right here to here, that move just like that And this is telling you there could be another substantial move, like it is saying in here up to the 21st of July. And that this move right here is telling you a pretty big move, and it's still going to be trending up and trending up like that, guys. So just give you a heads up, just because it you're looking at these, you're like, hey man, this thing ain't going to do very much. And then you'll see that, you'll find out if you ever play with them, you'll see that these moves, like, they can be pretty substantial moves, not just some bulk like that, guys. Okay. But anyhow, that's what you use the whole suite together. That's what I use. I wanted to show you that. But the main thing is going out to like a weekly chart, or going out to the BLX. And I wanted to give you guys that heads up on a 10-day chart. Like I said, on a 10-day chart, this one is not all the way. Bob hasn't pushed out the algos to the monthly on Bitcoin. And I'm going to talk to him about that and say, hey, can you do that for Bitcoin? He had mentioned it once before. He's a very, very busy guy. I don't think he's really gotten around to that, but you can check this on even your, so let's say if you go out to a monthly chart, I'll go to the, just to give you guys an idea, give you guys the ones here for, let's say let's go to the NASDAQ. Let's go to the NASDAQ. You see the NASDAQ there, guys? Look how bullish the NASDAQ is on the 10-day chart. Look at that. It's crazy, isn't it? Here it is on a monthly. Yeah, you can see the NASDAQ's going up to break all-time highs, guys. More than likely. You can see right there, dip down, boom. Not so sure about that. That right there is looking like pretty brutal stuff going on. So just have to see what's going to happen, guys. On a monthly, this updates every month. And then there'll be a quarterly update too. So same thing. Let's check out the SPX. Give you guys an idea. So SPX is looking pretty bullish for a period of time, guys, all the way out to 2028 for the most part. So anyhow, guys, those are the indicators. I mean, that I was using. I wanted to show you that, but that was mainly what I wanted to show you with Bitcoin, what could potentially be going on. Like I said, Bitcoin is going to be extremely bullish here on out, in my opinion, up to the 43 to potentially 48K, maybe even a spike to 50, 55K or something like that. I mean, at the end of the day, things can change. This is not 100% type of a deal that we have here on Bitcoin. Okay. But, once it's being up in these areas, guys, it's going to definitely be a time to be cautious. You want to take it 1 week, 1 month at a time with your trades, what you're doing. Like I said, I'm actually let you guys know, I'm going to take massive profits out of my altcoins, not massive profits, but I'm going to be taking profits out of my altcoins. I'm going to be putting more into Bitcoin and riding this wave up, just because I want to take the safer approach. And the here's what I was thinking is that if Bitcoin was going to be making this move, right? Well, basically, technically you could say it's still bearish, because it's like here and it's going up into this move and it's coming back down. It's just in a bullish trend, in a overall bearish move that could take another couple years, if you will, like a year or 18 months or 2 years, right? So some of the altcoins, what can happen with some of the altcoins is they won't be as bullish, if you will, even though you can get some good pumps out of it. Like XRP, I think XRP is probably going to be bullish all the way into December, January, or something like that. So you could see $1-ish plus on XRP. Surprised me. I didn't think it was going to pump that much, but that news event really knocked it. Like I said, I lost the gentleman's bet with JD. So too bad. I thought you were going to bet me some money, and I was like, hey man, I mean, what do you want to? I was waiting for you to say something, man. Let's bet some money, but you would have won. So I think some of the altcoins are not going to pump as much. So I'm going to retrace a little bit more on altcoins. I'm going to let you guys know that. I'm, being fair with you to let you know that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm putting more into Bitcoin, going in with leverage trades and riding Bitcoin up for this trend right here, guys. And then once evaluate at that top up there, what's going to be going on with Bitcoin. If you want that trend to continue, what Bitcoin will have to do at 43, 46, or 48K is establish a support up there. Okay. It will have to establish a support. If it starts breaking down from that support, it looks like that's what it's going to be doing. Once it starts breaking down from that support, it's going to be cautious time. And especially if you see that 9 on those time frames, on the weekly time frames and on the month, not the monthly, the weekly, like the 10-day I have here, for example, you start seeing the 9 rolling over and going through in these two other moving averages, guys. That's definitely going to be a time to start exiting out for sure on Bitcoin, in my opinion. It's telling you that it's going to be going into a pretty severe downtrend for the most part, just on the moving averages alone, guys. Once the 9, you go back and look at it, the 9 crosses like that, guys, crosses over the 21 and the 40, you know, on a massive, on a higher time frame, on a weekly chart, or if you want to use a 5-day chart, that 9 crosses and goes through both of them. Usually that could be an indication that that is going to be going into a pretty severe downtrend. Okay. And then if you have this system, then you can have like even more tools at your hand to be able to forecast this. But the interesting thing that I want to let you guys know is that, like, look, at the same time frame, this is peaking to me, according to the algos, is the same time that everybody keeps talking about the halving event. And it looks like this time around, just like I mentioned in my videos, is that the halving event, the 4-year cycle, is not going to go on forever with Bitcoin, guys. It's just not. Okay. Markets are never that easy. It worked for the past 10 years. I think that was a whole different ball game. The S&P 500 from 2009-ish to 2021, 2022. Same with the NASDAQ, 2009-ish to 2022, more or less, 2021. They were in a bullish trend and the macro environment was different. Okay. So a 4-year cycle during that period of time would make sense. Yeah, sure. Up and to the right, 4 years, boom, 4 years, boom, 4 years, boom, more or less. But now things have change. There's a change coming. Okay. There's a change coming. All right. So don't get caught up into the mania that could be going on here at the end of the year with Bitcoin. All right. Keep your mind tight because it could you could have a little bit of mania. I think once it's above 3840, there could be a little bit more mania going on, guys. And you're going to have these predictions of Bitcoin going to 100K, going to 150, going to 175, 225, 250, and all that, guys. Okay. So I just want to give you that heads up. I know I made this a little bit longer than I intended to. And those that made it all the way to the end and have supported the channel, I do appreciate you very, very much. And for those that can't use, you're talking about using Mex C and they can't use Femex, I guess it's Canada. You know, as I grow older, it makes more sense why the United States at the time wasn't the United States. Broke away from England, Canada. You guys in Canada, people are good. Your government, not to say that ours is much better, sucks. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. Do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.